And the Derby declarations are in for the 2024 running of the race this Saturday. All the greatness, all the class, all the horses on show, and we're delighted that we can give you the confirmations as they have come through. 16 are declared and headlined with Ambiente Friendly for James Fanshawe and Rab Havlin. Ancient Wisdom, the Mount of William Buick for Charlie Appleby. Bellum Justin, Oisin Murphy and Andrew Balding. City of Troy for Ryan Moore and Aidan O'Brien. Dallas Star will be ridden by David Egan for Adrian Murray. Dancing Gemini for Dylan Brown, McMonagle and Roger Teal. We have Dare a Mile, ridden by Jim Crowley for Owen Burrows. Euphoric, the Mount of Declan McDonough for Aidan O'Brien. God's Window with Kieran Schumark for John and Thady Gosden. We have Cambu, ridden by Richard Kingscote for Richard Hughes. Los Angeles for Wayne Lorden and Aidan O'Brien. Macduff, the Mount of Ross Orion for Rafe Beckett. Mr Hampstead, ridden by Sean Levy for Dominic French-Davis. Sedate, ridden by Tom Marquand for Andrew Balding. Table Talk, the Mount of James Doyle for Tom Clover. And making up the 16 is Voyage for Pat Dobbs and Richard Hannon. And with that in mind, the all-important draw for the Epsom Derby is about to be conducted live at Epsom with Nick Luck. Very good morning to you, Nick.
Jess, good morning. Welcome, everyone, to Epsom Town Centre. And in truth, there are very few clues here in the town centre as to what goes on a mile away on the Downs. But this is one of them, as Aidan O'Brien seeks an unprecedented 10th victory in a race that was first run in 1780. Here is the greatest, Galileo, immortalised in bronze, right on Market Square here in Epsom Town. It's wonderful to be with you, and this is very much part of the Jockey Club's drive to bring this historic race, to bring the most historic race in world sport closer to the people of Epsom, closer to the town as once it was. These are the old assembly rooms. This building was built in the 17th century, was a coaching inn, and the horses would go down the back alley there from the training bases to the Downs themselves. Now, of course, we're here by very kind permission of Wetherspoons, and we've got a nice crowd for you today to conduct the draw. The first time the draw has taken place here in the town centre, the 5th time we've done the draw like this, and I'm really pleased to be joined by the Mayor of Epsom and Ewell, the worshipful Mayor, Steve Bridger, Councillor Steve Bridger, and our very own Frankie Foster to conduct the draw. This is, of course, all being done under all of your auspices, but primarily under the auspices of the British Horse Racing Authority, whose adjudicator, Rob Sage, is here. As Jess was saying, there are 16 horses in the drum that Frankie has here, and there are 16 stall numbers here in the drum that Mr Mayor has in front of us. So without any more ado, we're going to conduct the draw. And Frankie, I'm going to come to you first, and I'm going to ask you to pull out the first horse's name.
I'll give it a spin first, Nick.
So 16 declarations. And the first horse out is
Number 5, Dallas Star.
Dallas Star. Dallas Star is one of 2 horses in the race, owned by Ammo Racing, trained by Adrian Murray in Ireland. And we're now going to see where Dallas Star is going to be drawn. Dallas Star will come from stall 7. Dallas Star in stall 7 for Adrian Murray. David Egan will take the ride on Dallas Star. Okay. One of 2 declarations for Ammo Racing. Mr Hampstead was also declared. Padesha was not declared. Okay, the next horse out is God's Window. God's Window will be the next horse drawn. God's Window bidding to give John and Thady Gosden a first Derby victory as a partnership, a third for John after the victories of Benny the Dip in '97 and Golden Horn in 2015. God's Window in the colours of Caton Park. Kieran Schumark, the new stable jockey, will take the ride, coming here in preference to the Prix de Jockey Club. Mr Mayor, if we can find out where God's Window is coming from.
Number 10.
Stall 10 for God's Window. Stall 10 is the Golden Draw. Been successful 11 times, including last year when August Rodin won from stall 10. So the plum draw for God's Window. Will love any more rain as well. And the next horse out,
16,
Voyage, number 16, the once raced Voyage. Voyage, trained by Richard Hannon, who was second in the race with Mojo Star. Voyage will be ridden by Pat Dobbs in the colours of Julie Wood. Her lifelong ambition to have a runner in the Derby, and she has one this year. Voyage comes, Mr. Mayor, from where? The outside. Voyage draws 16. The outside stall for Voyage. Tough for one so inexperienced. Next.
14, Sayadati
Sadati, owned by Ahmad Al Sheikh, trained by Andrew Balding, will be ridden by Tom Marquand. They've teamed up with Hu Yamal and Khalifa Sat to finish second, this owner-trainer-jockey combination. And Sayadati Sadati, which means ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mayor, Sayadati Sadati will come from stall 2. Stall 2 for Sayadati Sadati. Never successful in the Derby. Stall 2, since stalls were introduced in 1967. Next out, Frankie, is
13, which is Macduff. No, it's Mr. Hampstead.
Just double checking that. It's Mr. Hampstead. It's definitely Mr. Hampstead for Dominic French-Davis. Sean Levy taking the ride on Mr. Hampstead. Where's Mr. Hampstead going to come from? And Mr. Hampstead is going to come from stall 5. Stall 5 for Mr. Hampstead. Sean Levy for Dominic French-Davis. Another one in the Ammo Racing Silks. It was second with Mojo Star. And second, of course, with King of Steel last year. The next one is Macduff. Macduff for Rafe Beckett, Juddmonte Farms. Ross Orion taking the ride on Macduff. Trainer was third with Westover 2 years ago. Very unlucky behind Desert Crown. Stall 8 for Macduff. Stall 8 in the Juddmonte Farms colours for Macduff. The owner successful with Workforce, with Commander-in-Chief. And next out is Kambu is next. One of 2 runners in the race for owner Abdullah Al-Mansouri. First runner in the race for trainer Richard Hughes. Richard Kingscote, who won the race on Desert Crown, takes the ride on Kambu. Big outsider here. And comes from stall 3. Stall 3 for Kambu, for Richard Hughes and Richard Kingscote. Give it a good spin, Frankie. We're going well here. We're going well.
2, which is Ancient Wisdom.
Ancient Wisdom is next for Charlie Appleby, the man who trained Massar to win the Derby, the man who trained Adayar to win the Derby. Ancient Wisdom, the horse he relies upon this year, the Futurity winner from last year, Group 1 winner as a 2-year-old, will love the rain that's fallen. Ancient Wisdom will come from stall 11. Stall 11, bidding to Bucket Trent. No horse has ever won from stall 11. Ancient Wisdom is in stall 11 on Saturday afternoon. 4:30 on ITV and on Racing TV, the Betfred Derby of 2024. Don't miss it.
4. That is City of Troy.
City of Troy. The champion 2-year-old from last year. The horse on everybody's lips. Can he put his 2,000 guineas disappointment behind him and hand Aidan O'Brien a 10th victory in the world's most famous flat race? If he's going to do it, he has to come from stall 1. Stall 1, the inside. That's the story of this draw for City of Troy. Often considered not a good draw, but Adayar came from stall 1. Oath came from stall 1. Adayar 3 years ago, Oath in 99. Ambiente Friendly is next for trainer James Fanshawe and jockey Rab Havlin, seeking a first Derby victory in the colours of the Gredley family. And Ambiente Friendly, number 6, the son of the Derby winner Camelot, comes from stall 6. Next. 7. Stall 7. Deramile. Deramile, one of 2 in the race for Ahmad Al Sheikh. Deramile trained by Owen Burrows. And will be ridden by Jim Crowley. From stall 14. Stall 14 for Deramile. So the news so far, City of Troy draws the inside. Voyage draws the outside. Los Angeles is next. Ballydoyle second string, Aidan O'Brien second runner. Be ridden by Wayne Lorden. number 4 is next. And that is... Yep, that was the stall. Number 4 for Los Angeles.
15, which is Table Talk.
Table Talk is next. Table Talk, first runner in the race for trainer Tom Clover in the colours of Abdullah Al Mansouri, supplemented to the race at a cost of £75,000. And Table Talk from stall 13. Table Talk in stall 13. Fortune favours the brave. Fingers crossed for a big run from Table Talk. Will be ridden by James Doyle.
6, which is Dancing Gemini.
Dancing Gemini is next for Roger Teal, who trained here in Epsom for many years. Now training in Lambourne. Second in the French 2000 Guineas. Classic place form for Dancing Gemini. Comes from stall 15. One from the outside for Dancing Gemini in the colours of breeder David Fish. Dylan Brown McMonigal. Big Derby ride for the young talented Irishman. How many more have we got, Frankie?
This is our second last.
Our penultimate horse is
Number 8, which is Euphoric.
Euphoric, the third of the Aidan O'Brien runners, but he's won with third strings before. Ridden by Declan McDonough. Mr. Mayor draws stall 9. Thank you very much.
Which leaves number 3, Bellum Justin.
Number 3, Bellum Justin, will come from stall 12. Bellum Justin for Andrew Balding, twice a runner-up in the race, runs in the colours of King Power Racing, and will be ridden by Asheen Murphy. Mr. Mayor, just a quick word with you, if we may. How proud are you as the Mayor of Epsom and Ewell to be associated with this wonderful sporting event?
I think it's fantastic that you've actually brought it down into the town to bring it together. So thank you very much.
And how much are you behind the idea of getting the town back to the Downs and really embracing this?
Yeah, I'm fully behind it, and yeah, I'd like everybody to join in with the celebrations on Saturday.
Okay, you've done the draw. Have you got your idea of the winner? I know the Amato well down the road, they've already chalked up Los Angeles' name.
Well, I haven't seen that myself, but I will be putting some money on it, I hope.
Excellent. Keeping true to tradition. Well, thank you so much for your help today. The Worshipful Mayor of Epsom and Ewell, Councillor Steve Bridger. Frankie, your idea of how this draw might affect the outcome of the race. Clearly the headline is City of Troy from stall 1, but it can be done.
It can, yeah. He's been slowly on the drift all week, hasn't he? And I think if people had their doubts, then this can just sway you with or against him. And with the draw, if you had your doubts, it might bring those doubts even further. But, I mean, he needs a good horse to win, and whatever stall they come from, if they're good enough, you'd hope they can win. But I think if I was a jockey or an owner, it's fine margins, isn't it, Nick? And you'd certainly prefer the confidence of being drawn 10, for example, than you would the doubts from draw 2 or even 1 isn't the best performing stall.
Yeah, stall 10 has won this 11 times in the past.
Yeah, so you know, I think particularly if you were riding from stall 10, you'd certainly be sat there with that extra boost of confidence, which can make the difference on the big day.
And no horse has ever won from stall 11, but everybody was telling Charlie Appleby he couldn't win from stall 1, and he went and did it with Adayar, so he won't mind too much. Jess can recap the runners, riders and final stall positions for us back here at Epsom in the town centre very shortly.
Confirmation of those, headlined by City of Troy coming out of stall number 1, and a draw that Adayar was in a good few years ago now, and at the time, as said by Nick Luck, Charlie Appleby was told that it can't be done and he was be able to buck the trend. But City of Troy got notably upset in the stalls in the Guineas, so let's see how he fares coming out of stall number 1. Sadati Sadete is stall number 2, Cambu is 3, Los Angeles is 4, Mr Hampstead 5, Ambiente Friendly, the Lingfield Derby trial winner, is 6, Dallas Star is 7, Macduff is 8. And for many, it's the bigger numbers that can be the better position to be coming out of. Euphoric is in 9. God's Window, stall 10, has been lucky 11 times, so that is known to be the strongest draw to come from. Ancient Wisdom is coming from some market support, comes out 11. Bellum Justum is in 12. Table Talk is in 13. Deramile 14. Dancing Gemini is 15. And Voyage is 16. So there are 3 runners for the Aidan O'Brien team, and for many and for a long time it's been about City of Troy. Won't he be able to come back from that run in the 2000 Guineas? We can hear what Aidan O'Brien believes in his horse with this catch-up recently.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.